And the Israeli army on Friday claimed that it had eliminated one of Hamas's last high-ranking members. The IDF said in a statement that al-Din Qassab, a member of Hamas's political bureau, had been eliminated during an airstrike in the southern Gaza town of Khan Yunis. Israel described Qassab as one of the last surviving high-ranking members of Hamas responsible for coordinating with other groups in Gaza. The IDF said Qassab held the authority to direct the execution of terrorist attacks against the state of Israel. All right, we'll go across to DD India's Amit Mukherjee. He is joining us to talk more on this. Amit, good morning. Attacks continue and the latest violence comes against the backdrop of a renewed diplomatic push by United States President Joe Biden's administration to reach temporary ceasefire deals. And attacks, you think, fading hopes for a ceasefire?
Well, Abhishek, the ceasefire talks have been on for almost a week now, but nothing seems to have come, as far as achieving a ceasefire is concerned on ground. In fact, if you see what has been happening for the last 24 hours, there have been attacks by Hezbollah on Israeli territory, where about 7 people have been killed, including 3 Israelis and 4 foreigners. And also, Israel's air raid continues in Hamas areas of Gaza, saying, and because Israel is very clear that they want to end the entire thing and eliminate Hamas completely from from the ground, which is why this assault is continuing and very calculated. And Israel has its plan, I think, well in place. So as far as ceasefire is concerned, it's very, very difficult because the situation out there is very concerning. And on ground, there is no signal of any ceasefire as of now, because even after 7 days, since this talks had started in Doha on Sunday, nothing seems to have moved forward as far as restoring peace in the area is concerned. Abhishek?
But Amit, neither Israel nor Hezbollah, despite the heavy blows the group has been dealt, has indicated a willingness to back down. But where do you think now this conflict is heading?
That is correct, Abhishek. Both the sides are not willing to kind of surrender to the situation and backing out from stepping down. I mean, de-escalating the situation out there. In fact, Amos Hoxton, the U.S. envoy to Lebanon, I mean, he also kind of tried to, he has been pressing for a unilateral ceasefire with the Lebanese government. But it seems that Najib, the Prime Minister of Lebanon, he has disagreed for a unilateral ceasefire. He says that if there is a ceasefire, it has to come from both sides. Even Israel has to back out from, its consistent attack in its territory. And even then, which is why we are seeing continued hostility between the two sides. Hezbollah rockets are being fired every now and then into Israeli territories, and so are the Israeli raids, which are being conducted every now and then to eliminate. Of course, it's a multi-pronged strategy which Israel has drawn up against Hezbollah. I mean, it's targeting its assets, it's targeting all the military facilities. At the same time, it's also looking at eliminating and destroying the financial backbone of Hezbollah, which has been kind of sponsoring all the activities against Israel so far. So yes, I mean, even the US's request to Lebanon for a unilateral ceasefire has kind of been turned down by Lebanon, and they have been saying that it cannot be a one-sided affair.
Right, Amit. Also, I mean, we have been talking about the role of US in this conflict, what role they can play, and they are playing. But some lawmakers sent a letter to President Joe Biden questioning the involvement of the US armed forces in Israel's expanding regional conflict across the Middle East. Do you have any details on that?
Well, as far as US forces are concerned, they are yet to play a direct role in this, but definitely US. Although on one side it has been, voicing the similar opinion as far as UN is concerned, because they have been asking for a humanitarian aid in Gaza, and also have been asking for a ceasefire and, restoring peace in the region and supplying a lot of, support to the Palestinians who are there, because they are not in a good condition as far as reports are concerned. But at the same time, US has also been supporting Israel. In fact, around March, it actually sanctioned millions of dollars and weapons for Israel. In fact, between October 2023 and October 24, that's about a year, US has extended military aid to Israel worth almost $18 billion. That's quite a hefty amount, in terms of a military support. So definitely there is some sort of a role, whether it's an active or it's a passive role being played by US, but definitely, which is where the questions by all these lawmakers are rising as far as US's role in the entire conflict is concerned. Abhishek?
All right, Amit, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for getting us the latest on this conflict.